Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the Dhruv Consultancy Services Limited Q1 FY23 results conference call hosted by Kirin Advisors. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Shah from Kirin Advisors. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, for joining the conference call of Dhruv Consultancy Services Limited for Q1 FY23 results. I would like to welcome Mr. Pandurang Dandwate, Director of Dhruv Consultancy Services Limited, Ms. Tanvi Auti, Managing Director of the company, and Mr. Rajesh Dhruv, GM Finance and Accounts. Pandurang sir, over to you.
So good morning all. I would first like to see that Rajesh and Tanvi speak about the first quarter results, and then I will also talk at the end. Over to you, Tanvi.
Good afternoon, everyone. Before coming to the results, for those who are new, I would like to welcome them all and just give a small brief about the company. So Dhruv Consultancy Services was incorporated in 26 August 2003, and in the last 19 years, we have grown as a project management consultancy firm in India. We are working in 6 sectors: highways, bridges, metros, architecture, environmental and ports, and recently diversified ourselves into the solid waste management as well. We provide a variety of services which includes pre-tender, that is preparation of detailed project report and feasibility study, post-tender services which include supervision for construction activities as well as maintenance activities, advisory services to carry out technical and structural audits, and design services wherein we offer design of highways and structures on those highways as well. So we got ourselves listed on the BSE SME platform in May 2018 and recently migrated from main board to the main board of BSE and got listed on NSE on 25th November 2021. We have seen in the last financial year that the company has bagged orders close to 100 crores. This year, I'm very happy to tell you that in the first 3-4 months itself, we have bagged close to 100 crores. So we are expecting double and triple addition to our order book by the end of FY23. We have also entered into the international consultancy market, bidding projects funded by the Asian Development Bank, World Bank, and African Development Bank. As on date, we have submitted close to 45 tenders, and out of them, we have been shortlisted in 4, namely Cambodia, Bangladesh, Kyrgyzstan, and Zambia. And before the end of this financial year, we are very positive to bag 1 or 2 international projects, which will be the beginning of marking our global presence. So I now hand over to Rajesh Sindhav, General Manager Finance and Accounts, to give an overview about the Q1 results.
Yeah, thank you everyone, Tanvi, and welcome to all our shareholders and investors. I would like to present the Q1 results of the Dhruv Consultancy. The company has earned the total revenue in the quarter 1 17.76 crore, against which the total expenditure of 17.07 crore. So total profit of 69 lakhs which has been earned, which is against which the previous quarter was the loss of rupees 19 lakhs. So the company has big shift from the loss into the profit in this current quarter. As compared to the previous quarter in the same period, Q1 21 against Q1 22, the profitability has been gone down from 1.73 crore to 69 lakhs because of there are 2-3 elements are contributing to that. The employee cost has been increased by 50 lakhs rupees. At the same time, the depreciation has gone up by 22 lakhs, and we have made the provision of ECL, which has not been a part of the last year same quarter. So that's the reason the profit has been gone down from 1 crore 73 lakh to 69 lakhs. This is from my side, from the financial statement of the Q1 result.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm chairman of a company, Dandote. So as briefed by Tanvi, we are very close to, you can say, making the record of order book in current financial year. 100 crore already bagged in first 4 months. And what I can add is that almost 400 crore rupees of the consultancy works are already tendered, for which results are awaited, and results are expected to be in next 2 months. That is one. We are aggressively bidding with NHI and other clients of government of state government, wherein only in August we are planning to put 20 bids, approximately amounting to 130 crore. So put together and considering our technical capability and high technical score in recent results, I'm very much confident that we should get the order book of 300 plus crore in current year only against the bids submitted and bids to be submitted. That is one. Secondly, international consultancy, I am very confident of getting at least one work in current financial year. That's all from my side.
Yeah. We can start with Q&A, Seema. Please proceed.
Sure, sir. Sure. Thank you very much. We will now begin with the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on the touchtone phone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Thank you. We take the first question from the line of Yashwanti Kedkar, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. So we have seen very good growth in the top line as backed by our orders. But what little concerns me is the profitability. So as an investor, what you would like to tell us? Where, when we despite doing such a good rate at the top line, nothing is coming at the bottom line. I mean, not the great things coming in the bottom line.
Yeah, so I would like to answer this question. As I already mentioned that this first quarter we have bagged projects close to 100 crores, and initial mobilization expenses are very high, and though we have in Q4 we had booked a loss, but now we are able to come into the profit side. And Q1 and Q2 there has always been a trend in the infrastructure sector that expenditures are going on, but due to monsoon in the country everywhere, the progress of the works is slow. But Q3 and Q4 you will definitely see a great jump in the profits. But due to these initial mobilization expenses of the newly received orders, we had to procure certain fixed assets, we had to hire more employees. So the profitability has gone down due to the increase in the operating expenses.
So this increase in the employee cost will be rationalized over the next 3 quarters?
Yeah, as the progress of the work goes on, so the revenues will be on a higher side as well as the profitability. Initially, the expenditures are high, say close to first 3-4 months, because we have to do the office site setup, then there is vehicle, then traveling costs, and payments also come after 2-3 months. Payments start coming after 2-3 months once we are mobilized on the site. So once that the payment process smoothens, our profitability also will be back on track.
Yeah, but ma'am, there would be some orders, or there would be some work which has been continued, which has been passed on from the Q4, like, it is a continuous process. So even when this cost is going to be higher, normally it is higher for the first 2 quarters?
Expenditure would remain, if we receive more orders going ahead, again mobilization expenses would go on a higher side, but the projects that we have received now, they would be going smoothly. Like you said, the projects which we had received in Q4 or Q3 last year, they have now smoothened out. So their expenditures are monthly fixed. But during the initial phase of the project, because we have to procure a lot of things, the expenditure is always on a higher side.
Yes, I would like to add, madam, here,
Yes.
our budget-driven business, the budget of Government of India, because our clients are Ministry of Road Transport and Highway and National Highway Authority of India. That is it. Now, if you see the typical feature of the budget, normally the last quarter they release the funds project-wise and head-wise. And if you see last 15 years history of our bank statements or balance sheet, we are getting almost, you can say, double the revenue and double the profits in last quarter. Or if conservatively go, first quarter is normally little bit on downside because the budgets which are expired on 31st of March last year, again making the budget provisions for the fund release and all other things normally take 1 month or 45 days in government. So that's why receipt side is on lower side and expenditure we have to continue. If you again go past record, our gross yearly top line or sales is almost 5 times the first quarter sales.
Yes, that is what I was asking. So, like, when we are growing at such a good rate at the top line, what is hammering out our growth? That is what I just wanted to understand.
Yeah, and it is our experience. It is our first experience of quarterly results. So, and again, we are dependent on government revenue only. So, it is typical of the government scheme. What we can say, it is not equal like revenue from the private sectors.
Okay. So, if I understand it correctly, does this mean that if any new project comes, almost first 2 quarters will be higher expenses to the extent of 80% of the project and the 20% on the balance 2 quarter? Would it be right to say like that?
Yeah, almost. See what happens in last quarter. Suppose certain head has no budget provision for first quarter. So even we submit the bill, we are not getting the payment. So again, to avoid the GST hit, we delay the submissions of the bills because fund availability is not there. So that happens normally in first quarter. Second quarter normally hit by monsoon because our few of the revenue is dependent on progress of the work. So first and second quarters are on downside. I can say 40% of the revenue comes in first and second quarters, and 60% revenue comes in third and fourth quarter, whereas expenditures are continued.
Hello.
So I think the line for the participant who was asking question is disconnected. We will promote the next question. Before we go ahead with the next question, a reminder to all the participants, anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone phone. We take the next question from the line of Sandeep Mane. Please go ahead, sir.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. Ma'am, I want to know what is your total order book and what is the breakup of the order book?
Okay. So as on date, our total order book is 423 crores, out of which 215 is unexecuted.
Okay.
Okay.
And ma'am, what is the status of our other articles, vertical for solid waste? Sorry.
Yeah.
Can you throw some light on numbers of projects which are currently under execution?
So for solid waste management, presently we are working at Yavatmal Municipal Parishad. That is the one project that we have bagged. And projects close to 50 to 60 crores have already been bidded, for which results are awaited.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is your current bidding pipeline, and how much new order can we expect?
So, yeah, please.
Basically, as explained earlier, we have submitted expression of interest in 45 assignments international consultancy in 15 or 16 countries. The main clients are the developing countries through World Bank or Asian Development Bank or African Development Bank. We submitted bids in Cambodia, Zambia, Ethiopia, Nepal, Bangladesh, Vietnam, like that. So, wherein we are expecting minimum one order, firm order in current financial year. Second, in domestic market, as I explained in earlier speech, we have submitted bids to the extent of 400 crore, for which results are awaited, and our success ratio or success rate is increasing from 20% to 30% in current year, because our high technical score and because we are crossing the turnover of average annual turnover of 60 crore in last 3 years. So we are getting more marks, we are getting more bids, we are having the sufficient bid capacity available. So comfortably I can say this unexecuted order book unexecuted order book of 215 crore shall grow and reach to 400 crore by end of the financial year.
Okay, sir. Okay. Sir, can you share details of some big tickets and iconic projects that we are working on?
Tanvi?
Yes. So since the last financial year, we have seen that company was earlier working only in 2-lane or 4-lane projects, but now company has shifted to 6-lane and 8-lane expressway projects. And in the past, the most iconic project that we have done is the capacity augmentation of the Mumbai-Pune Expressway, DPR preparation. So if you have traveled from Mumbai to Pune, you can see right now that an alternate route is being developed and construction is going on. So from Khalapur Toll Naka to Sinhagad Institute, there are going to be 2 tunnels, close to 9 kilometers of length, and there is going to be a big viaduct which will reduce the traveling time and avoid the ghat section on the Mumbai-Pune Expressway, where a lot of traffic jams take place. And this is going to be one of a kind of a structure, as these tunnels are going to pass below the Lonavala Lake, and there is a lot of terrain difficulty, so it was the most challenging job that we have done till date. And recently we are working on the part of the Delhi-Mumbai Expressway, the Delhi-Vadodara section. And I'm very happy to tell you that these are 8-lane access controlled expressways, and they are passing through rural areas, districts, which will provide a boost to employment in those areas. And it will totally be, and Delhi to Mumbai travel time will be reduced down to 12 hours. There are going to be wayside amenities, huge IT logistic parks there. And a lot of forest development is also, a lot of forestation is also being done in those areas. Along with that, I would like to highlight that our Honorable Nitinji Gadkari and the Prime Minister's office, they have planned to even land fighter jet planes on these roads. So these roads are also going to act as emergency landing situations in case of wars or such events. So I'm very happy to tell you that Dhruv is proud to be working on such prestigious projects and contributing to the economic development of the nation.
Okay. Ma'am, who is the contractor in Mumbai-Pune Express?
Yes.
Expressway for missing link?
Yeah. What? Who is the?
Contractor.
Two contractors are there appointed by MSRDC. One is Navyuga Park and Afcons, who is doing the bridge part.
Okay. Sir, my last question is, which state contribute most to your business?
Right now, till this financial year also, at present it is Maharashtra. But going ahead, we have increased our presence in Andhra Pradesh also. And at present, we are working on 8 projects in Andhra Pradesh. And this year, since in FY22-23, most of our projects have been received in the state of Andhra Pradesh.
Okay. Ma'am, what is the contribution of expressway in order book?
Expressways, around 50 crores.
Okay. 50 crores. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. We take the next question from the line of Yashwanti Khedkar. Please go ahead, ma'am.
Hello.
Yeah, madam.
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, my last one, the line got disconnected. Sir, I was just asking about the same question on the proportion of the expenses, which has been proportionately distributed over the year. So what you mean is that you say that the expenses will continue. So only because of the finance which we receive or the budget allocation which we receive, the impact on the profit is better?
Correct. Absolutely correct. So normally our Q4, we have not a great experience of quarterly results, but current year we will analyze it properly. But what I can say, the revenue of the quarter 4 is almost double the revenue of quarter 1, which it is the profitability and everything double.
Okay. Sir, and what is our debt level as on 30th of June and average cost for the same?
Rajesh?
Ma'am, could
Hello.
you repeat?
11 crore. Ma'am.
Yes. Okay, 11 crore is the debt.
Yeah, I just wanted to contribute one more thing over here. On the expenditure side, there is a ECL provision we are making right now, which has not been the part of the earlier period. So there is a notional entry as per the accounting standard we are making in the books of account, which is hello?
Yeah, continue please.
Yeah, so we have to make the provision of the ECL provisions in the books of account, which has not been a part of the earlier financial statement or comparable statement. So this is as per the Ind-AS accounting, this is the notional entry which has been booking in the books of account. And that's why the profit which has been seen the lower side.
Okay. And what is the quantum of it?
30 lakh rupees per quarter.
Okay. I think I had one more question for you. Like, how is our working capital cycle?
Working capital cycle is around 90 days we have. After the submission of bill, getting the bill preparation and everything, a collection, it takes 90 days.
Okay. And now my question is to Consultancy, sir. I just want to understand, as we are entering into the export market, like how you would define its margins in the domestic projects and international projects? How would they be attractive for us?
Yeah, very good question actually. Ticket size in India is normally 8 to 10 crore for our last financial year. Current year it may increase from 10 to 12 crore, but that is the upper limit in Indian market. Even we get the expressway assignment. However, in international market, the minimum size of assignment is 18 to 20 crore, and average assignment size is about 25 crore. The nature of the work is same what we are doing in India. Even wherein say about 20-25% gross profits are there or EBITDA is there. So for international market, considering the traffic cost and dollar fluctuation things and all other things, even our expenditure is 1.5 times increase. Still the profitability will be very, very high, almost 40% of that. So I'm assuming about 10 crore of profit in 25 crore assignment for international market. That too, the revenue will be in dollar.
Okay. So that in that case, we again need to expend more on our talent pool and all, or we will be sourcing it from the country in where we are operating.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying it is 1.5 times. Not much. Travel cost will be 15-20% of that, but majority of the outflow will be the extra cost for the talent pool and also the international, you can say, manpower.
That is what I wanted to understand, that whether we will be sending it from here or we will be able to source it from there.
It is both actually. They do allow international professionals also to work. So we would be making maximum use of our present staff also. But yes, local staff is also a requirement, national experts, that we would be procuring from that particular country.
Oh. And what will be your future growth strategies from the 2 years or 3 years down the line? I mean, to go at a good rate for the 2 to 3 years down the line.
See, today's order book stands at about 400 crore, out of which 200 unexecuted roughly. So I'm expecting to touch the order book by end of 2025 to the 1,000 crore, which will mainly contribute. Of course, the core area will be there. The domestic consultancy added will be the international consultancy, and 2 verticals added. That one is a solid waste management and also the small vertical, that is a structural repair work for the metros and monos and the concrete roads in India. So put together, I'm expecting 1,000 crore order book in next 3 years.
Okay. So how can you brief about what is our progress on the solid waste management?
It is not much on the books of accounts. We have only bagged one project in Yavatmal, but we have put our bid for 50-60 crore rupee project, and we are expecting to get the results. The scrutiny is very slow because all the solid waste management businesses with the municipal corporations and municipalities. So I am expecting order book again. By end of this financial year, maybe 10 times what we are doing now.
Okay. So the main laggard for the business cash flow is getting the budget approved and allocated from the government. Right?
Actually, the system of the government is that they their process every quarter or every end of every quarter. So normally, if you see, there are corrections in the budget allocation, but gross outlay remains same. For example, for road highway outlay, current financial year, it is 1,34,000 crore rupees only from the government side, and much more is also from the private side. I am not accounting for that. So out of that 1,34,000 crore, they have to spend in a year. Now, obviously, because of the systems, the expenditure starts somewhere the month of May or even at the end of the May because of the budget systems in the software. And that first month or second month is heated, and then we get the payments smoothly till the month of December. At the end of December, they see the progress. Suppose A sector or A state is doing much better than B sector. So they diversify funds of B sector to A sector, wherein the performers are getting the funds. So it is a typical of the government budget. If you read the Economic Times or any the budget related things on the website, you will understand that better way.
Okay, sir. So in this sense, are we looking into the entering in the private players segment?
No. If you see the government itself, they are coming up with PPP model or HAM model, wherein 60% of the revenue in HAM model or 60% of the grant or you can say funding is from the private sector. That is 40% debt and 20% equity of the concessionary, and government only spends 40% of the project cost. In that sense, I was talking this 1,34,000 crore should be 5 lakh crore roughly for a year for outlay of the highway sector.
Okay. I think that's it from my side at this. Wish you the very best for the coming quarter.
Thank you, madam.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. A reminder to all the participants, anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and one on the touchtone phone. We take the next question from the line of Mr. Mukesh Panjwani from Value Securities. Please go ahead, sir.
Hi, good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. My question is, when we see our quarterly operating profit margins, we see there's a lot of volatility. So can you please explain the reason behind it, and will this volatility continue going ahead also?
Hello.
Rajesh.
Sir, the volatility is the comparable figures will definitely be going forward because we are first time adoption of Ind AS account in the last in the month of December itself. So in the first 6 months there is no we have earlier been a MSc segment, so there is only a half yearly we are giving the result at the IGAP accounting. So there is a volatility in the comparable figure you can see. And after the 1 year, I mean after the 6 months, from the 9 months onward, you can see the comparable figure in the proper manner.
Okay, got it. And sir, my second question is, as you said that by 2025 we can see that our order book would be around 1,000 CR. So that was in the terms of order book. But I want to know where should we see our company 3 to 4 years from now in terms of top line and bottom line?
It all depends on order book only. I am not supposed to make any forward statement, but I can say top line today, last year is 75 crore plus. Current year also it will be much more than that. But I can expect the top line or sales by end of 2025 roughly over 200 CR.
Okay, that is great. Thanks a lot, sir. That was from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. A reminder to all the participants, anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and one on the touchtone phone. We take the next question from the line of Apurva Mehta, individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hi, good noon. My question is, what is the contribution of central and state government in revenue?
Tanvi.
Yeah. We are not when we started the company from 2003 to 2010, yes, we were working with private sector and state government clients, mainly MSRDC and PWD government of Maharashtra. But since 2014, we are now working only with the central government, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways and NHI. So you can say 90% of our revenue comes from work and NHI and 10% from a few private clients whom we offer design services.
Okay, and what is the margin profile of your projects at EBITDA level?
EBITDA level close to 20%.
Okay, and sustainable margin that we can maintain?
So going ahead, as we told you that we are entering into the international consultancy segment. So there the EBITDA margins are high because revenues are on the higher side, and of course income will be in the terms in foreign currency. So we are expecting EBITDA to increase to 30-35%.
Any progress on solar vertical?
Presently, we are not very aggressive on that sector. It was a try we were doing in the era of COVID to have another vertical. So we were trying structural repair work, solid waste management, and this solar vertical. But as on now, solar vertical we have kept on the back burner because of the dim market conditions.
Okay. And what are current bid orders?
Overall,
Yes.
unexecuted order book is 215 crore, almost 100% in consultancy only.
And new bidding?
New bidding, we have submitted bids for 400 crore rupees for which results are awaited, and we are planning to submit additional 300 crore bids in next 1 month, that is up to 15th of September. So put together 700 crore rupee bidding will be done, and results are normally coming in 2 or 3 months, considering holidays maybe 4 months. So the success rate for current year I'm expecting 30%. Last year it was 20%. So again, comfortably I can say that today's current year's order book unexecuted is 100 crore plus in 4 months. So it should be almost 400 crore by end of this financial year.
Okay, yeah. Thank you. That's all from my side.
Thank you very much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last question for the day. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Shah for closing comments. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining the conference call of Dhruv Consultancy Services Limited. If you have any query, you can write us at info@kirinadvisors.com. And once more, many thanks to management team and all the participants. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. On behalf of Kirin Advisors, that concludes this conference call. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.